is finally here. August has closed its chapter, and now we stand at the doorway of September 2nd, 2025. To most, this day will pass without a second thought. They'll wake up, check their phones, rush into their routines, and carry on as if nothing has shifted. But you are not like them. You are here because something inside you already knows this day carries more weight than it seems. You can feel it in your chest, in the quiet of your thoughts, in the strange rhythm of your heart. The air itself feels different. Something is moving, something is changing. The restless nights you've had, the strange synchronicities, the sudden rush of emotions that seem to appear out of nowhere. None of that was random. They were preparations, gentle nudges from the universe, guiding you toward this very threshold. Because September 2nd is not just another date on the calendar. It is a crossing point, a page turning, a quiet but powerful gateway where unseen forces weave together and reshape what comes next. Today, you are standing before a choice. Will you keep repeating the cycles that have drained you for so long, or will you step into the unknown that has been calling to your spirit? That is why this day cannot be taken lightly. Every word you speak, every thought you allow to live inside your mind, every action you take, each will echo far beyond what you can see right now. If you've been paying attention, you've probably already noticed the signs. Maybe you've felt a sudden need to distance yourself from someone close. Maybe a dream has been haunting you, lingering in your memory longer than usual. Or perhaps there's been a quiet pull in your heart, whispering that change is inevitable. These aren't accidents. They are confirmations. Whispers from the higher realms reminding you that you are not lost. You are being directed. If you're hearing these words, it isn't coincidence. You were meant to. Your spirit is ready, and because of that, you must be mindful of where you place your energy today and who you allow to share your space. The exchanges you make on this day carry a stronger resonance than usual. They can propel you forward into alignment or anchor you to what you've outgrown. This is the first breath of September, and it arrives with force. Saturn has slipped into retrograde, retracing its steps back through Pisces. Retrogrades are never just background noise. They are moments of reckoning. Saturn, the great teacher, does not move backwards to comfort us. It moves backwards to remind us of unfinished lessons, especially those tied to our hearts, our relationships, and the truths we've tried to bury. And in Pisces, the sign of deep feeling and illusion, those lessons come wrapped in emotion, intuition, and sometimes confusion. You may feel your emotions sharpen. Your intuition may speak louder, and yet illusions may blur your vision at the same time. This is why awareness is essential right now. Retrogrades stir what has been hidden. They bring unresolved feelings to the surface, both in yourself and in others. That means envy, jealousy, and resentment that may have been quietly tucked away can suddenly rise and make themselves known. Sometimes even the people closest to us carry energy that isn't aligned with where we're going. Be cautious with the company you keep today. Even someone you love may unconsciously direct heavy energy toward you. On a day like September 2nd, that heaviness doesn't just pass through. It lingers, it clings. And when Saturn is retrograde, what would normally be a fleeting moment can become a spiritual weight that lasts long after the day has ended. Protect yourself. Guard your heart. This is not a warning meant to stir fear. It is guidance meant to awaken awareness. The universe is testing your boundaries. It is asking you to choose. Will you guard your spirit with intention, or will you allow yourself to be pulled into energies that are not your own? The safest place for you today is within yourself. Solitude is not loneliness, it is alignment. Take this day to breathe, to reflect, to pray, to write, to meditate, to walk outside and let the wind remind you of freedom. Be with the earth, be with your spirit, but resist the pull to entangle with the emotions of others. Today is not the day for long conversations, not the day for crowded rooms, not the day for sharing your heart with those who may not truly understand it. Remember, Saturn retrograde in Pisces blurs the lines between reality and illusion. Someone may smile at you and their words may sound kind, but their energy might carry something unspoken. If you share your space with them in this heightened atmosphere, that unspoken energy could attach itself to you. You don't need that. Not now. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You are not being called to fear others. You are being called to protect the sacred work the universe is doing in you right now. This day marks a turning point, and you are meant to step through it with clarity, with strength, and with an awareness that your energy is precious. September has only just begun, but it begins with power. And that power is asking you to rise, to choose wisely, and to walk forward lighter, clearer, and ready for what awaits. There are moments in life when you're guided to look beyond what your eyes can see. September 2nd is one of those days. If you feel a quiet unease stirring inside you when you think of meeting someone, honor it. If your chest feels heavy at the thought of walking into a certain room, pay attention. That is not fear, it is wisdom. It is your higher self whispering, protecting you in ways words cannot explain. On this day, more than most, you are being asked to move gently, to keep your heart close, to guard your presence. This is not about shutting people out. It's about choosing alignment with yourself. In solitude, you are not alone. You are walking with the universe. Every step you take away from unnecessary noise is a step into clarity. The less you entangle yourself with others today, the clearer tomorrow will be. What you are stepping into is only the beginning. Saturn's retrograde has just begun, and with it comes a tide of revelations. Over the weeks ahead, illusions will fall away, truths will be uncovered, and relationships will shift in ways you may not see coming. But today marks the opening note of that journey. The tone you set now will echo into everything that follows. Protect your spirit. Move softly. Remember, you were guided here not by accident, but because you are chosen to hear this truth. The month of September carries more weight than most realize. Already the currents are stronger than the surface shows. Saturn's retrograde through Pisces is not just an astrological detail. It is the backdrop of the lessons unfolding. Retrograde energy always pulls the past forward, asking us to revisit what has been left unresolved. And in Pisces, this pulls us into the realms of emotion, dreams, illusions, and deep spiritual ties. Pisces dissolves boundaries. It makes you feel connected to others, sometimes so much that you can no longer separate your energy from theirs. And under Saturn's retrograde, that very connection can become a trap. What you absorb today can linger with you, quietly shaping choices tomorrow. This is why you are asked to guard yourself carefully. Perhaps you've already noticed it. The strange heaviness in the air when a certain person walks into the room. A smile that looks kind on the surface but carries something unsettled in the eyes. The way your chest tightens when you sit too close to someone who claims to love you, yet leaves you feeling drained. These are not coincidences. They are the whispers of energy, the truths beneath appearances. And today, those whispers are amplified. The retrograde stirs old wounds, hidden resentments, quiet jealousy, and unspoken fears. It can cause even those you trust to unconsciously project their struggles onto you. And when your energy overlaps too closely with theirs, through words, through eye contact, through simple presence, those projections can cling. They can stay with you, shaping your clarity, altering the days to come. That is why today is different. That is why you are asked not to look too deeply into the eyes of someone carrying envy, even if they smile. Not to pour your heart into conversations that leave invisible marks. On an ordinary day, these moments may pass like shadows. But under Saturn retrograde in Pisces, shadows do not simply pass. They cling. They weave themselves into your aura. They distort your light. So step back, not out of rejection, but out of sacred preservation. Protecting yourself is not selfish, it is wise. You may wonder how to know who carries such energy. But the truth is, you already know. Your body tells you. If you feel uneasy in someone's presence, trust it. If your stomach knots at the thought of meeting them, listen. If you walk away from someone and feel heavy, confused, or strangely tired, that is not random, that is transfer. September 2nd asks you to choose solitude, not as isolation, but as medicine. Spend this day with yourself. Reflect, pray, journal. Walk where the air feels pure. Let your thoughts settle in silence instead of being pulled by others. Guard your eyes from the envy that hides behind smiles. Guard your heart from words that carry weight unseen. guard your body from the rooms where heaviness lingers. This is the doorway into a season of deeper truth. And today, the most powerful thing you can do is protect your spirit, trust your inner signals, and walk gently with the universe. For this one day, treat your space as something sacred. Do not let guilt creep in if you feel the need to create distance. Those who do not walk the path of your growth may not understand your choice, but your higher self does. To step back, to be alone on this day, is not a sign of abandonment. It is an act of walking more closely with the universe. Solitude becomes your shield, and within it you will discover clarity you may have been searching for. The spiritual currents are strong right now. As September begins, the illusions that once clouded your vision are starting to crumble. People's true feelings are surfacing. What has long been hidden in the shadows is being revealed. Some relationships may begin to show cracks you can no longer ignore, while others may suddenly feel lighter, freer, more aligned with who you are becoming. Saturn's retrograde in Pisces is the force behind this shift, demanding discernment and honesty. It is no longer enough to simply trust words. You must learn to feel energy. It is no longer enough to accept appearances. You must look beneath them. Pay attention and the signs will appear everywhere. Dreams may feel unusual or vivid, bringing back faces you thought you had left behind. Bursts of emotions may rise up from nowhere. Sadness, anger, joy with no clear reason. Intuition will speak louder, nudging you away from some people and toward others. These are signals of the retrograde, the universe whispering. Look closer, pay attention, protect your path. Your energy is precious. Not everyone deserves access to it. Not everyone who sits close to you is truly there to support your growth. Some are drawn to your light not because they celebrate it, but because it unsettles them. Your progress reminds them of what they have avoided, and your spirit awakens feelings they would rather keep buried. Their envy may never be spoken. Their resentment may never be confessed, but energy cannot lie. If you sit with them today, if you share your space, you risk carrying their heaviness as if it were your own. This is why the message is so urgent. On September 2nd, choose wisely. Avoid being in the same room with those who do not lift you higher, even if they are family, even if they are friends, even if they are people you love. If your spirit hesitates, listen to it. That hesitation is protection. You are not rejecting anyone. You are guarding your sacred path, the one the universe has chosen for you. This is only the beginning. September has opened with lessons that already feel heavy, but they are shaping you. Saturn retrograde will stretch on for months, tugging at illusions, breaking apart false bonds, and demanding honesty in every connection. But this first step today is the seed. The choices you make now, the rooms you enter, the people you allow close, will ripple forward and shape the weeks to come. So let your solitude be your sanctuary. Let only those who love and align with your truth share your space. And if you are uncertain, let today be a day of reflection alone. Your spirit will thank you for it. Your future will feel lighter because of it. This is not the end of the story. September is just opening its pages, and each day will reveal clearer signs, deeper truths, sharper choices. But for now, remember this: today is not ordinary. Today is sacred. Today is a test. Guard your spirit, for the weight of September 2nd is unlike any other day this year. You can already feel it in the air, the heaviness, the pull in your chest, the tension in the presence of certain people. None of it is random. It is Saturn retrograde stirring the depths, exposing what has been hidden, magnifying every unspoken emotion. Do not take this lightly. The decisions you make today, the eyes you meet, the spaces you step into, the people you allow near, carry consequences that reach far beyond this single day. Think of every storm you have already survived. Think of the trials that nearly broke you, yet somehow you stood again. Think of every loss that felt like it would consume you, but still you endured. Those storms shaped you for this very moment. And now the universe is asking, will you honor the wisdom you've earned, or will you repeat the patterns you have already outgrown? Today is your chance to choose differently. Today is your chance to protect your energy, to walk with the universe in alignment, to let solitude guide you into strength. September 2nd has arrived, and with it comes a sacred test. Pass it by guarding your spirit. Pass it by choosing yourself. And here you are, standing in this moment. Nothing you went through was meaningless. Every hardship you carried, every tear you shed, every weight that pressed against you was preparing you. Each struggle stretched your faith, carved your strength, and shaped you into who you are today. And now, as September 2nd arrives, it magnifies that truth. This day isn't about asking if challenges will appear. You already know they will. You've already lived them. The point is that you survived. You endured what could have broken you, and that survival itself is proof. You are stronger than you realize. You are more prepared than you think. And now you are being asked to recognize the quiet test before you. The test today is not loud or obvious. It is subtle. It is about energy. Will you guard yours, or will you let it be stolen by those who are not aligned with your spirit? Because retrogrades do not only stir your inner world, they ripple through the people around you too. Those closest to you may feel restless, unsettled, or even jealous. They may smile at you with their lips but hide envy in their eyes. And if you're not careful, if you sit too close, if you linger too long, their energy can slip into your spirit and stay there. It won't pass like a breeze. It will settle like a weight. That is why the message is urgent. Protect yourself. Guard your space. Do not remain in the rooms where your soul feels heavy. September 2nd is not just another date on the calendar. It is a mirror. It reflects back what still holds you down, who still burdens your spirit, and what must be released so that you can move forward. Many will miss this. They will rush through the day, blind to the undercurrents moving beneath the surface. But you are not here by accident. You are awake enough to sense the shifts, to notice the whispers of your spirit telling you when to step back. This isn't about fear. It is about wisdom. Just as a farmer knows better than to plant seeds in poisoned soil, you must know better than to plant your energy in toxic spaces. Today, every interaction carries weight. A careless word can echo for weeks. A glance exchanged with the wrong person can drain you for months. Do not underestimate this. The higher path you are on requires both courage and restraint. Restraint to not force connections that are not ready. Restraint to not pour yourself into places where your light will not be honored. Restraint to walk away when your soul whispers it is time. And yet, courage is also needed. The courage to stand alone when others want your company. The courage to protect your space when others call you distant. The courage to believe that your solitude is not emptiness but preparation. Because here is a truth many will never say out loud. When God pulls you away from others, it is because He is working in you the most. Silence is not absence, it is construction. Loneliness is not abandonment, it is alignment. You are not being forgotten, you are being formed. So if you feel that sting of separation today, if you sense the pull to withdraw, don't grieve. Rejoice. Solitude is not punishment, it is sacred positioning. The absence of others is the clearing where the presence of God enters. The quiet that feels heavy is the very canvas upon which your destiny is painted. The distance you are asked to keep today is not rejection. It is divine protection. Look closely at your relationships now. Saturn retrograde in Pisces is testing every bond. Old wounds may resurface. Hidden truths may be revealed. Tensions may rise out of nowhere. And yes, those you love may stir emotions you thought you buried long ago. But this is not destruction, it is refinement. Gold placed in fire is never destroyed, it is purified. In the same way, these moments of conflict and heaviness are the flames. They do not come to break you, but to reveal the truth, to show you who is truly aligned with your soul and who is not. And if you can endure this refining fire, you will emerge lighter, clearer, stronger. But endurance does not mean silence. Do not fake peace when your heart feels turbulence. The higher path requires honesty. It demands authenticity. If your soul urges you to speak truth, speak it. If your spirit tells you to step back, honor it. Too many people dim their light to make others comfortable, but chosen ones, you cannot do that anymore. This day asks for authenticity. It asks for integrity, not just in what the world sees, but in who you are when no one is watching. Who are you when the noise fades? Who are you when it's just you and your thoughts? That is the test of this day. So I tell you again with love and urgency, avoid the rooms where envy lingers. Protect your light. Honor your spirit. Trust your solitude. For September 2nd is not a day to be careless. It is a day to be awake. Do not give too much of yourself to eyes that secretly envy or resent your light. Not everyone who looks at you sees you with love, and that is why your spirit must be guarded. On this day, allow yourself the grace of distance. Step outside and feel the air move against your skin. Let silence surround you and truly listen to your soul. Write down the truths that rise in your heart. Pray, breathe, reflect, or simply sit in stillness. Whatever keeps your spirit connected, hold on to it. But do not waste your energy trying to fix, chase, or force what isn't meant for you. This is how you pass the test of September 2nd, by protecting your presence, honoring your solitude, and trusting that what is unfolding is already guided. Think of this day as a seed. What you nurture within yourself right now will echo far beyond today, into the weeks ahead. So plant with care, protect what is sacred, and above all, remember that solitude is not emptiness. It is space where God is moving, shaping, and aligning things on your behalf. You are not abandoned, you are being aligned. You are not being rejected, you are being redirected. You are not being broken, you are being built. September 2nd does not arrive to tear you apart. It arrives to awaken you. Walk carefully, guard your spirit, trust the unseen hand that is shaping your path. And when fear tries to creep in, when doubts whisper that you are not ready, that you will fail, that you are not enough, do not mistake those lies for truth. They are not prophecy. They are resistance. The closer you come to your breakthrough, the louder those voices will scream. Their very volume is proof of your progress. Remember, no thief bothers with an empty vault. No one breaks into a house with nothing valuable inside. The opposition you feel is confirmation that you carry something worth protecting, something the world deeply needs, something that cannot stay hidden forever. That is why you must guard your energy today. Not everything spoken deserves your attention. Not every invitation deserves your yes. Not every person is meant to walk beside you. This season is one of discernment, knowing when to move and when to wait, when to speak and when to stay silent, when to hold on and when to let go. Protection is not fear, it is wisdom. Chosen one, you must understand this truth. Your very presence carries a frequency. When you enter a room, the atmosphere shifts. Some will feel comforted by your light. Others will feel threatened by it. But no one will remain unchanged. That is the cost of awakening in a world still half asleep. You are a mirror to those trapped in cycles they do not wish to see. Your existence stirs what others are trying to bury. And though this may make them restless, it is also the very reason you are needed. Your light unsettles the shadows, and that is its divine purpose. So today, see yourself as both seed and flame. The seed, hidden in silence, preparing for unseen growth, and the flame, burning bright, exposing what is false, purifying what is heavy, guiding others through darkness. This is the dual nature of your calling, to carry both stillness and fire, humility and strength, patience and power. You are here in this very moment not by chance but by design. You were never meant to drift through this day unaware. You were meant to feel its weight, to sense the shift, to hear the invitation being whispered to your spirit. The shift you feel is not in the calendar. It is in you. Every choice you make, every word you speak, every breath you take in alignment with your higher self is proof that you are already stepping into a new path. And here is the truth almost no one dares to say. The higher timeline is not something you wait for. It is something you choose. Many live as though life happens to them, waiting for miracles like accidents, hoping for blessings like chance encounters. But the secret is this: the moment you decide with conviction to walk the higher path, everything begins to shift. Every thought, every word, every action becomes a thread weaving the reality you are stepping into. That is why this day, September 2nd, matters. It is not a day to sit and wait for the universe to rescue you. It is a day to rise into awareness, to recognize that you are already co-creating with the divine. You are not powerless. You are not waiting for permission. You are not trapped. You hold the authority to step forward. And though not everyone around you will understand, though some may resist, you will know the truth within your own spirit. You are already becoming what you were always meant to be. Some people may even turn against you, and you might wonder why. The truth is, your growth unsettles them. Your rising exposes the places where they've chosen to stay stagnant. Your courage reminds them of the dreams they buried long ago, and your light reflects the fears they still serve. It's not rejection, though it can feel like it. It's revelation. It shows you clearly who was walking with you and who was only standing nearby out of convenience. Think of it this way. Every soul receives an invitation, but not everyone accepts it. Many choose to cling to old wounds and familiar pain rather than risk the unknown of healing. Some would rather stay bound to destructive cycles than step into freedom, because at least the chains are familiar. But you are different. You are here because you could never remain the same. The battles you've fought, the weight you've carried, the storms that seemed heavier for you than for others. None of these were random. Your struggle has been greater because your calling is greater. The storms have always been proof of the destiny waiting for you. And here lies another truth you must face. The people closest to you often become your greatest tests. Not because they are your enemies, but because they are your mirrors. They reflect what is unfinished, what is still unhealed, what you must confront within yourself. That is why the ones closest to you can cut the deepest, trigger the most, or challenge you in ways no stranger ever could. But do not see this as cruelty. It is sharpening. It is shaping you for what lies ahead. So what do you do when the pressure rises? When conflicts stir? When old wounds resurface through those you love most? Remember this, pressure was never sent to break you. It was sent to reveal you. Diamonds are not born in comfort. Gold is not purified without fire. Your higher self is not formed in easy days, but in the tension, the tears, the endurance it takes to walk through storms. Every disappointment, every hidden jealousy, every closed door is fire. And fire does not consume you, it strips away what no longer belongs. The universe is not punishing you. God has not abandoned you. These tests are not curses. They are preparation. They are purification. They are the refining that makes you strong enough to carry what is coming. The loneliness you feel is not rejection, but recalibration. The heaviness you carry is not defeat, but alignment. The confusion you're walking through is not chaos, but initiation. This is the hidden truth. The higher path is already here. It is not locked away. It is not waiting on some distant horizon. It is right before you. The only question is whether you will step into it fully. And this moment, this very day, is not ordinary. September 2nd is not just a date on the calendar. It is a crossroad. Two timelines stand before you, and the choice you make today will ripple outward into your weeks, your months, even your years ahead. Most people will feel the turbulence of this moment without ever naming it. They'll dismiss it as a bad day, a restless night, another argument, or another disappointment. But you will know better. You will feel the truth. These are not random disruptions, they are invitations. Invitations to rise higher, to live truer, to finally walk freer. The energy of this day is asking you to release what has weighed you down for far too long. Some of you have carried the same fears, the same doubts, the same voices whispering that you are not enough for years. But this day brings light to those lies. It exposes them for what they are, illusions. The question is whether you will keep entertaining them, or whether you will finally anchor yourself in the truth of who you are becoming. And let's be clear, this isn't about perfection. It isn't about never stumbling, never doubting, or never feeling weak. It's about awareness. It's about catching yourself in the middle of the spiral and choosing differently. Each time you choose faith over fear, patience over impulse, grace over anger, you step more firmly onto the higher path. And those choices ripple out in ways you cannot yet see. So do not overlook the subtle signs of this day. A conversation that cuts, a delay that frustrates you, a sudden closed door. All of these are signals. They are shaping you, testing you, asking you one question. Will you trust? Will you align? Will you step into who you are becoming? The old version of you would have reacted, lashed out, or given up. But the version being called forth today, the stronger, clearer, awakened you, knows better. This is why relationships may feel so heavy right now. The people closest to you might not truly see or understand the weight you've been carrying. They may misinterpret your silence, question your loyalty, or test your patience without realizing the storms you've weathered within. But this is not punishment. It's a mirror. What rises in you through these challenges is exactly what you are meant to face and master. The higher path does not demand that you walk alone forever. It asks that you learn how to love without losing yourself, forgive without enabling what harms you, and stand firm without letting your heart harden. And here lies a deeper truth most overlook. September 2nd carries a rare window of clarity. If you are willing to pause, to sit in even a few moments of silence, you'll notice something stirring inside you. It may come as a sudden thought that refuses to be ignored, a freeing shift in your chest, or a quiet knowing that words can't explain. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. The divine whispers loudest when the noise of the world quiets. Remember, higher timelines are not built in dramatic, once-in-a-lifetime events. They are formed in the daily choices you make. The way you handle conflict, the way you move through setbacks, the way you honor your inner voice. Every small step is a brick on the road ahead. September 2nd is not only a test. It is a gift, the chance to show yourself that you are ready. You are not trapped in old cycles. You are breaking through them. You are not here to repeat what has been. You are here to create something new. The energy around you may feel heavy, yes, but it is not against you. It is waiting for you to choose how you will walk forward. And when you choose alignment, when you move with intention, you don't just shift this day, you shift the direction of your entire future. Chosen ones, we stand at a turning point. If your heart is still present with these words, it means you are not just listening. You are remembering who you are, why you are here, and what this moment truly means. September 2nd is more than a date on the calendar. It is a threshold carved into time itself. Most will pass it by without notice, but those who are awake will feel it in their spirit. They will sense destiny at the door of their soul, calling them forward. This is the day when hidden truths rise to the surface, when tests cannot be ignored, when the whispers of the divine echo so loudly you cannot pretend not to hear them. And here is the secret. You are not being measured by perfection, but by faith. Your choices today carry a resonance that shapes the future. Every thought, every word, every action is no longer small. They are seeds planted in the soil of a higher timeline. Many around you will continue on as if nothing is happening. They will repeat old patterns, clinging to fear and doubt. But you, chosen one, you are not like them. You would not even be here if you were. You feel the pull of something greater, something unseen yet undeniable. You sense the current moving beneath the surface, carrying you upward. But know this, rising is never without resistance. The higher you climb, the stronger the weight pressing against you feels. And this is why those closest to you often become your greatest tests. Not because they are your enemies, but because they reflect your unhealed places, the fragile parts of you that are waiting to transform. It may feel painful, even unfair, but it is sacred. Every challenge, every trigger, every moment of friction is a chance to refine your spirit. Do not give up. Not on yourself, not on your calling, not on the mission planted deep within you. September 2nd is your confirmation. You are not breaking, you are being refined. You are not being diminished, you are being strengthened. You are not forgotten, you are being elevated. Awakening is not about running away from the world. It is about walking through it with new eyes, with a new heart, and with unshakable faith. To awaken is to carry light into the darkest corners, peace into the loudest chaos, and forgiveness into the bitterest spaces. This is why you were chosen, not because the road would be easy, but because your spirit holds what the world is crying out for. Pay attention today. Notice the numbers that repeat, the patterns that seem too perfect to be random, the sudden clarity that settles into your heart. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They remind you that you are not lost, that you are exactly where you are meant to be. So, chosen one, this is the call. Share this message. Let others remember too. For the more who rise, the stronger the wave of transformation becomes. And never forget, heaven has already confirmed that you are ready. The only question that remains is this: will you answer the call?